I have Wolfgang Puck Restaurant. You don't know how to use a frying pan. You don't know how to cook fish. I'm Wolfgang Puck. Sorry.
That's pretty solid.
Pretty good impression, isn't it? Yeah.
Hello, and welcome to everyone to episode 246 of the Mashup, the shortest bourbon conversation you are going to hear all week long. We're your hosts, Kenny, Steven, Jason, and Anthony. Hello,
Anthony's
gentlemen.
still here?
Oh, hey. How
Well,
you
he looks
doing?
like he's leaving.
Yeah, I put my jacket on. I'm cold.
Little cold.
Yeah, I have bad circulation. But no, actually, I just want to put my park on to look cool. But thank you, Jason, for sticking around again.
You're welcome. I don't feel like you mean that this time.
You're like super host over here.
Yeah.
Are you trying to replace me? What are you doing here?
I don't know.
Egg timer's getting low, guys.
There you go.
Yep.
Exactly. No, man, we just enjoyed the presence.
Yeah.
But here we go. We're short. Steven, take it away.
All right. Boys, for this week, we have a bottle of Smokeye Hill Barrel Proof 5-year Blue Corn Bourbon.
Ooh, that's nice. Here, hand that over here. Let me see. So this Smokeye Hill, 5-year-old. Is this Kentucky? No, it's not Kentucky. Where's this made at?
He's winging it.
Okay.
Winging it.
So this is actually distilled in it's MGP. It says Lawrenceburg, Indiana on the back of the bottle. This is a 2025 release. The proof is 134.2. The ABV is 67.1. This is, I don't know what the mash bill is. Do you know the mash bill, Jason?
I don't, but it's a Stagg Killer.
They say it's a Stagg Killer. This bottle rose to fame during
Well, it may
2000.
either be a 21 rye or 36 rye.
Yeah.
Yeah. So the 2024 Ascot Award winner.
There you go. Give
Best
that.
small batch bourbon.
There you go. Best small batch bourbon. This is the one that won and everybody went crazy over. But we must clarify for our listeners, that was 131 point something.
Yep.
This is a different batch that we have tonight. But yes, the reason we're reviewing it is because it was dubbed the Stagg Killer. So
What is the price on this bottle?
So for this one, I got my friend got it in Georgia for me. I think it was like $85.
okay.
That's $85 for a 5-year? Mm-hmm. Son of a gun.
Well, but I'm sure. I mean, the store he got it from, they're not charging retail, right? So, like, if you get an Eagle Rare there, it's probably $75.
Oh.
So and I'm sure with the Ascot Award win, they got a little more hype on there as well. Let me see if I can look up the MSRP though.
Well, the one thing I want to say while you're doing that is this bottle is unique.
Very unique.
In a sense that we don't see anything like this very much out there on the market. It's kind of like stout and round. Mm-hmm. And it has a cork on it that is freaking a weapon.
No
right?
kidding.
This thing is like
It's heavier than the
It's
Castle.
like a
Key.
metal.
Yeah.
It's like a metal.
and it's very long. It's a long cork. It doesn't need to be that long,
No,
does it?
right.
I don't think
I
so.
feel like it's going to break.
Yeah.
When you're trying to wiggle it out.
So it's got a lot of weird things going on here. It's got a blue label.
$85 total
Yeah.
wine.
Seal box,
$85 seal
85.
box.
Yep.
No,
80,
they got it.
$80
They got it
barrel
right
shot.
this time. It sounds like Jason.
Yeah, they did.
It has a donkey in the middle carrying a barrel of pill. And you guys know what another word for a donkey is, right?
What? Tell me.
An ass.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Fair, thanks.
Okay. Doesn't need to be edited. Because it's an actual proper term. So no, we're not beeping that out. If you have to explain that to your kids and you were listening, it's okay. Sorry.
Hugh, what?
What? All right.
You don't remember that?
Which one?
The huge ass burgers.
Oh yeah, I do. That's
Like,
right.
remember when
I don't
that?
remember that.
Remember during COVID when that person wrote in and Bashir, they actually tricked Bashir into thinking that his grandpa's name was Huge Ass. So Bashir talked about that
Yeah.
in his little daily briefing.
At the 5 o'clockers?
He's
Oh,
trying,
yeah.
trying to be
I
all
don't remember that.
serious.
Oh yeah, they got him.
We're gonna get through this, and we're gonna get through it together.
Can't be doing that, Kenny.
There you go. You can't be doing. I love it.
Stab that dude.
So real quickly, when you guys are nosing that, I want to say right here on the back label, it says, long ago in the Old West, the moonshiners of Smokeye Hill hung bells on roaming mules to warn of lawmen rounding the bend. Oh, so anti-police. These days, prohibition is over and the bells are long gone, but we're still doing the storied name proud. Made from a proprietary mash of heirloom blue corn, yellow corn, and rye, And malted barley. Don't forget the malted barley. Smokeye Hill Bourbon is full of flavor and character, a wild new whiskey for this wild old land. And so it says barrel aged and bottled by Hazelwood Spirits Company in Colorado Springs, but it says exclusively distilled in Lawrenceburg, Indiana. So this is Colorado bourbon, but distilled in Indiana. So you might age, bottle, and do everything else there, but it's MGB.
I think it's their recipe too, though, with the blue corn, right? So it's like their proprietary one.
They said proprietary.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
They couldn't be lying about that.
They can't lie about proprietary.
No, you could not.
And also, they chose MGP and not Bardstown. Could have been distilled.
The bottle kind of reminds me like a bullet bottle, like in the not the design itself, but the glass. Like it's got that etched,
embossing,
raised. Yeah.
Raised Smokeye Hill whiskey. When you're traversing the West, you need a bottle like this.
I don't think that'd fit in your burlap sacks on your horses.
Fit in your satchel.
Well, I've had a few listeners message me about this, asking if we've had it. I'm like, no, I haven't had it. I'm like, it's 5-year MGP, can't be like off the charts, but definitely want to give it a whirl and see.
Yeah.
Some people that I've talked to said, oh, it's great. Other people I talked to said, oh, it's like I wish I hadn't bought it. It was overhyped, and they bought it. So I just want to see where it falls for us.
So we opened this first about a week or two ago, and it was solid. I mean, it was okay, but it definitely wasn't a Stagg Killer in my opinion then. You know, in the nose now, it seems about the same as it was. And just, getting ready to go on a taste here in just a minute.
There you go.
Well, let's nose and taste all together here.
Well, I nosed it, and I got a lot of sweetness, but I also got a bit of, I don't know how to explain it. It's just a little bit of like a burnt flavor, heavy, like syrupy, like a
Butterscotch.
Butterscotch, like caramel corn kind of thing. Yeah. So it's corn forward, but it's also kind of sweet.
Is it blue corn or yellow corn?
I don't know the difference.
Brown sugar.
Definitely sweet on the nose.
Sweet on the nose, sweet on the taste, but still showing a little youth, right?
Yeah, for sure. Sure.
Well, it's 5 years old.
Yeah.
I know it is 5, but I'm just saying.
And it's not 5 years old out at not at 150 degree rick house or something.
There you go. Well, I tell you what, I think this is interesting. Say the least. I'm not getting DTS Killer off the nose and the taste.
I think the first sip for me, the first touch of my palate's better than the finish. I don't love the mid palate and the finish. The initial is pretty solid.
Okay, all right.
If I'm going to be complimentary,
I can handle that.
It is a heavy drink.
it is.
It's a very stout drink.
Yeah, it's 134. It drinks 134.
Yeah, all of.
Yeah.
Definitely not something that I'm going to say is I don't
daily drinker.
Yeah, daily drinker. If you're drinking daily, then I hope it's not what you're doing all the time with 134 proof. So
I did get to try this year's Stags or last year's 2024, and I really enjoyed it. It's a little hot. I mean, first drink, but this one here is just it's almost like hot to be hot kind of thing. It's
definitely
not
not
rounded out in the flavor and the finish for me.
That's a good way to describe it. Not refined.
Yeah,
it's not refined at all. Yeah,
glass, gentlemen.
Glass.
I poured a bunch in.
I love when Kenny says glass.
I have a glass.
Spread out.
You got to do the pouring here because I pour myself too heavy to know what this is. And how do you always escape? We're in this basement where it's not like an endless place. And then you escape and you come back and you're like glass, and nobody saw where you were
Just
at.
disappears.
We're in conversation. You just disappear. That's crazy.
Taste this.
Fruity on the nose on the one you gave us.
Very fruity. Yeah.
Most definite.
Almost like berry.
Oh, damn. Definitely berry.
Oh, God. Whatever that is like
grape.
1,000 times better than what we're tasting, Smokeye Hill.
That lights up your whole palate in a good way.
Yeah. Grape, yeah.
I have a feeling I know what this is. I mean, I don't want to say Don Tap, but I get grape out of it.
There's some grape. What do you think you know what it is, though?
Well, I mean, I'm sure he's going to compare it to GTS.
You think?
Just saying.
Okay.
You think that's GTS?
I don't know.
This is fresh bourbon.
You liar.
Nice.
No,
What'd you mix it with? Because, that's what you want to do.
This is Stagg 23A.
Damn, okay.
Wow.
So
this is Stagg
whoever says
Junior.
that this Smokeye Hill is Stagg Killer, GTS Killer, they are they need to be drug tested, man. I mean, like seriously, no offense, man. Like
Come
actually
on.
blind something.
Yeah.
No, like legitimately. No, man, come on with this crap.
Well, I think there was a lot of controversy around when it won that on the Ascot Awards. Like he allegedly, I didn't listen to it. It's very long, but I think he kind of led the reviewers and stopped mid, like while they're tasting and made them vote or something weird.
Yeah.
And so there were some things that were kind of red flags. I don't
Hijinks,
know.
if you will.
Well, maybe he just fell in love with it. You know what I mean? You fall in love with the pour.
Right.
I have got a bunch of NBC up there, and I love a lot of NBC.
Right.
Minnick scored number 1 and number 3 with those two NBCs.
I think so. Yeah.
Michael Hines sent me those. It's free of charge, and they were good. We were all buys on those.
Right.
But for us, they scored, based on our scores on them, they would have been probably 25th to 30th.
Correct.
So
You're in blinds.
So I tell everybody to find a influencer who your palate lines up with.
Right.
My palate does not line up with Fred Minnick.
No, hey.
Like, not even close.
Yeah, and that's not
I agree from what I've seen.
I mean, it is what, not even, this is not what Stagg Killer at all whatsoever, zero.
No. I mean, the only thing is that's proof. That's bad.
Yeah.
Right, it's proofy.
Yeah.
Right.
What's that
Now,
Stagg
is this
Junior?
very good for 5 years? Heck, yeah.
Yeah, it's
yeah,
good. For
I agree.
What it
It's
is.
very good for 5 years.
Yeah. What's that Stagg Junior proof you got there? Do you know?
23A was at 120.
Okay. So about 10 proof points lower.
Well, let me look and see. 23.
I got a dog stuck underneath my arm here. Yeah. DOG just decided to bum rush the party here.
Yeah, he doesn't move.
Yeah, he doesn't. He's just like, he sticks his head out there and he's like, you know what? You will pet me.
He
or
sticks
else-
his 12-inch wide head.
Yeah,
and he ain't
you know
moving.
what?
He's a
He is
lineman. He's a lineman.
He's a
100,
legit.
130.
Wow.
Oh.
He does not drink that.
Yeah.
No, at all.
23 is 130.2.
That was good.
It's only 4 proof points different.
And they're 60 at
Tastes
retail.
way different.
This is 85 at retail.
Yeah.
Secondary, in the enthusiast markets, the Stags, they've been, 125, 135, 130?
150 tops, depending on what number you're running.
Yeah.
And then this one secondary is probably 120.
And this is 3 or 4 times better. It's not just like it's a little bit better.
Yeah.
It
Right.
crushes
Now
it.
this
Yeah.
now,
Not even
while
close.
we're saying this too, though, this Smokeye Hill here is not the one that
That
won.
he exactly scored.
But still,
Right.
I mean, based on this one, you wouldn't think it, even if it's 25% better, I don't think it touches this Stagg Junior we're
Yeah.
drinking.
Right.
Yep.
There you go.
This is, we just recently did the 5 or 6 year, we just did it, dude.
We said the
Oh,
birth
this one.
Yeah.
That's all
Oh,
right.
13
So, I mean,
a month ago.
Like,
Yeah.
so that 13th colony that was 5 or 6, that was a blend of 5 and 6 year,
Right.
doesn't taste near as good as this at 5 or 6 years.
Yeah, I
But
agree.
still, this is not a Stagg Killer. That is a horrible comparison.
It's actually a good comparison, though, what you just made,
That's true.
because the prices
Oh,
are
yeah.
similar, and I think I would actually prefer what we're drinking tonight, the Smokeye.
What you're drinking tonight, though, is
yeah.
$25 more a bottle.
That's true, $25 more. Yeah, maybe I'll just bag both of them and say the hell with it. But go ahead.
So, boys, would you pass, try, or buy on the Smokeye Hill barrel proof 5-year bourbon?
Oh, you got to rate it too, right? It's 2025.
I'll go
Now it's
first.
2024 bottle.
Oh, it's 2024. Okay,
Yeah,
never
not
mind.
the
So for me, I'm a try. I think it's solid. It's okay.
Yep.
Price point though is where I'm not a buy it again. I did buy this bottle. My friend Drew in Georgia sent it to me, but I'm a try. I'm a try for it.
Okay. I'll go next, and I actually am going to follow you in the try. I'm actually kind of a try minus on this, just because I like it, but there's nothing that's going to tell me that this is probably $85 good. That's the tough part,
Yeah.
is the price. If this was a little bit lower, just a little bit, this is $60 range, I could probably maybe be a try plus or maybe even a buy. I know it's funny to say that over $20, $25, but in this market today, it is what it is. And, so whatever they did with that magic, and it may have just been a first batch and it caught everybody by surprise, they might recreate it at some point in time. I definitely think you should look at them. I think it's a try.
I would like to try the 131 just to see though.
Right, me too.
It'd be interesting.
I'm going to follow in your guys' footsteps and say a try.
Okay.
I think for those people that like proof,
Yeah,
this is a bottle to pick up.
that's a good point. It's proofy.
And I'm agree with Jason that the first sip is kind of something unique, and I'm not gonna say special, but you're like, okay, It's pretty good.
Yeah, the front palate's pretty good, but that mid and back's just falls apart.
So,
compared to like, Stagg Junior.
Yeah, right. And Stagg you cannot get.
No.
So
no.
Is this relatively easy to get? Do you know?
Yeah, it's pretty easy. I mean, we looked at secondary pages a little while ago.
That don't exist.
That don't exist.
But I mean,
is that secondary.com?
Yeah, no. I mean, you're looking honestly. You can about get this cost plus. I mean, shipping. So it
looks like the prices you listed were basically cost plus.
Yeah.
I wanted to be a pass on it, but I got to be a try. It's $15, $20 more bottle than I think it should be, maybe.
Yeah.
But it's flavorful. And if you think about the more of the recent releases of Logic Rec Barrel Proof, Logic Rec Barrel Proof has been, what, $85?
Yeah, honestly, in town, it's probably $92, $95.
And although those are 10 to 12 years, there's only 5. I think this hangs with a Logic Rec Barrel Proof.
I would agree with that.
I really do.
I would agree with
Definitely
that.
a good point.
So I'm going to be a try on it. I'm not going to be
a good comparison.
I tell you what, if they didn't have all the hype around it that I think is not deserved, I might even be a buy, but I got to officially be a try.
Yeah.
How about that?
K-Dog almost came with a buy.
That's good.
Because, I mean, think about it. I think it's better than most Logic Rec Barrel Proof releases, not counting B523, C923.
No, I agree.
I think it's better than most ECBP picks, man. I'm sorry, ECBP batches.
I do want to clarify. So, I mean, I was kind of crushing it a little bit, but I think what I'm doing is what Kenny said there is it's a hype around it, right? So when you say it's a Stagg Killer, GTS killer,
you better bring it. Right?
My standards are high.
Right,
The bar is high.
Oh, yeah,
I love GTS.
It's not even remotely close to those.
No, dog.
GTS one of my favorite bourbons of all time. Yeah,
I agree.
Exactly.
And maybe the 131's a little closer. I still don't see it in the ballpark.
But if you want something that's around the same price as ECBP,
yes,
but does not have the peanut and the corn husk and has more of that cherry GTS cherry in it, there you go.
Agree.
There you go.
Agree.
Yep.
Boom.
And with that, thanks for listening to this episode. Please like and follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter at The Mashup KY.
Don't forget to visit our partner, bourbonoutfitter.com. Enter code The Mashup for a special discount.
Also,
head on over to our partner, the Woodwork Collective, at woodworkcollective.shop. Enter code MASHUP for a 15% discount.
let us know your thoughts on the bottom in the comment section. Until next time, keep it in.